Morning, guys. Another video from me. So today I'm going to talk about what is it like being Chinese in Indonesia. Sorry for that. What's it like being Chinese Indonesian? Well, what is Chinese Indonesian? You might ask. Chinese Indonesian is basically your ancestors come from the land called China, and they came to Indonesia, and they learn, they breed, and then they have a child, they have grandchild, they have great grandchild, and that is me. So basically, I'm a fourth generation Chinese. No, fifth from my dad. So from my paternal side, from my dad, this is my dad, this is my mom. So from my dad, okay, this is from my dad, this is from my mom. Metal Dio, dad, holy diver. This is my grandpa, this is my grandma, this is my grandpa, this is my grandma. This is from my mom, from my dad. So my grandpa's grandpa, he's from China, from Fujian province, from Quanzhou, and from Anxi, Anhui So basically Hokkien Lang. And then he came to Indonesia and he married a half Javanese and half Chinese Indonesian girl. So basically, my great grandfather was born 25% Javanese, not full Chinese, and he married my great grandmother, who's Chinese as well. Okay, Hokkien Lang as well. So from my dad's side, both my grandma and grandpa are Hokkien Lang. And Hokkien Lang Jin Jiao Hokkien Lang. Jiak Ba Boy. But my grandma's grandma is Holland-spreken Dutch. So my dad is quite mixed, Javanese, Dutch, and Chinese. But only part. From my mom's side, okay, my mom's side is also quite mixed. My grandpa's great grandmother is Javanese, and my great grandmother's side of the family is Peranakan. Peranakan is Peranakan is basically a mixed between Indonesian or native the land, native people from the land mixed with Chinese, usually Malays and Chinese mixed. They're called Peranakan. Peranakan usually exists in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and even Phuket, Thailand. Put ภาษาไทยได้ไหมครับ? Okay. And so yeah, my grandpa's side of the family is quite mixed as well. His father's from China, from Fujian as well. But I don't know where exactly because the story has been lost. Damn, if I have a chance, I'll try to go home to the motherland. And my grandma's side now, this is different. Most of my families are Hokkien Lang, but my grandma's side, my Amma, is Hakkanin from Meizhou, Meixian. So they speak Hakka language. Usually, Chinese Jamaican are mostly Hakka. Not the Hakka, like, not the New Zealand Hakka. Okay. Anyways, what is it like being Chinese Indonesian? Well, unlike most Chinese Indonesians, my culture is still kind of preserved because according to different parts of Indonesia, if you grew up in a more metropolitan vibe, you get lost definitely from like your culture. Water. Oh, no water. Yeah, so being Chinese Indonesian, I think, despite the discrimination that we faced, we're still a minority here in Indonesia. But what's sad is during the the second president era, we weren't allowed to speak Chinese. We weren't allowed to like celebrate our cultural how do you say special days? Yeah, celebrations. No. So yeah, I mean like in this era especially, being Chinese is, how do you say, people see Chinese as a priority race. I don't know. I mean, like Chinese have stereotypes in different countries. I mean, all over the world, like they're cheap, they they're rich. I mean, like I'm not that rich. I'm not rich, not yet. One day, amen. But being Chinese Indonesian, you can basically experience both culture, being Indonesian and also being Chinese. And especially, I'm not from Jakarta, not from the capital, bro. Damn. I'm from Lampung. Lampung is South Sumatra, if you know what I mean. And I live by the beach. So, yeah, I experience very, very culturally from my family, but I also have friends outside of my culture. Yeah, I like, if you want to be friends with me, DM me or get passed through my girlfriend because I love her so much. Okay. So, yeah, you get to eat Chinese foods, southern Chinese foods, and also you get to eat like Indonesian foods. That's nice. I've talked with, some Chinese Thais, Chinese Burmese, Chinese Cambodian, Chinese Vietnamese, Chinese Singaporean. Yeah, a lot of Chinese. What the similarities that we can like connect with each other is like the callings. Like they still call akong ama, kung kung bobo, ye and nine, those kinds of things. Inhaler. Um, what else? What else? I'm just making this vlog so I can like talk to you guys though. What else? What else? Yeah, basically, you get to be like in a multiple scenario where if you no, it's interesting. You can be in a multiple scenario where, whoa, what would my Indonesian mind think about this? Think about this. And what would my Chinese mind think about this? Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if everybody feels like me, but I know I'm weird. Okay. Um. Okay, I think that's all. Bye bye.